videos. This morning, Saturday, July 8th, I felt really inspired as I got in front of the mirror to talk to myself, and that's what I do. I get in front of the mirror. I'm not ashamed to say that. In fact, somebody was somebody had said something to me about the fact that how bad of a state I was in, or how bad of a state I am in, that I literally have to go in front of the mirror and talk to myself and convince myself. Frankly, I really don't give a rat's rear end what people think of me. I'm going to do whatever it is that I need to do in order to get ahead in life, to be an example, to be better. And yes, I may be a little bit crazy. I consider myself strange because in fact, I'm not the only one that does these types of things that I talk about in my videos. But there comes a point in time in life where you get so sick of being sick and tired of being sick and tired that you just want progress and you want change, and you're willing to do whatever it takes. You're willing to face the risks. You're willing to invest the money. You're willing to do the disciplines. You're willing to fight, to prepare. Two key areas that I'm always talking about in my videos is the mind and our mouths. When you learn to control those two areas, you'll control your body. Again, we're talking about confidence here. I've been fine-tuning my vision. I'm really excited about the challenges that are ahead. I have a person, a coach, a friend who understands my vision, who is actually going to help me take my vision to the next step. Yes, it's not going to be easy. There's work. There's the disciplines, there's risks, there's challenges ahead of me. And again, if I didn't have the self-confidence that I have today, there's no way that I would be able to do what I'm doing. I've talked to many people. I've done a lot of interviews. And I find that most people live in fear. Most people live in fear because they lack self-confidence. Somewhere along the line, seeds were planted. And, the fact that we're already flawed by nature doesn't help either. But as I was sharing in my life, I recognize, as I go back, I recognize that there was some really, really terrible seeds planted into my mindset. And that was the start of creating a belief in my life. And it's probably the same for you. If you've been watching this series of videos on what I've been talking about here, of course, I'm kind of sharing a little bit about my vision. I'm sharing about my life, but I'm also talking about a lack of confidence that most people live with. They're robbing themselves of a greater life. They're robbing themselves. They're blind. When you lack self-confidence, you're actually blind because you make a lot of bad decisions. And you look for sources, external sources like I used to, because I was blind, to help increase that confidence that we all want. We all want to be strong. You know what I mean? We all want to be strong. We all want to be kind of self-sufficient. We want to be dependent upon ourselves. We want to be creative. We want to have vision. We want to have more, we want to generate more income. We want to be able to give more and help. As I mentioned in one of my other videos, I have 3 charities that I give to every month. And I've been living off my savings. And now it's like it's getting really serious because of some changes that have taken place. So I got to kick my vision into high gear. I have to start generating income from my health business and my life coaching business. So this is where I'm headed. I'm headed into focusing more, laser targeting more people that really want help in these areas. People that are willing to do whatever it takes in order to conquer. But I mentioned this earlier in one of the videos that I don't go to an interview. I don't go to an interview to be interviewed. I go to an interview to interview the employer. See, that's one area where I used to lack a lot of confidence in, and today, of course, because I have a lot of self-confidence, and it's real inner confidence. In fact, I wouldn't be making this video if I didn't have this ability. But when I go to an interview, in fact, I was at a class not too long ago, a 4-week class that I went through, kind of like a little seminar, and I would listen to the comments and the people that were in that class, and a lot of them, most of them, lacked self-confidence. And that's what I keep hearing. And again, as I reflect and I look at my life, I lived my life, a reckless life, a horror story. In fact, it isn't too long, it hasn't been that long that I finally overcame gambling. And when you, a lack of self-confidence erodes you. It beats you down. It wears you. It will literally destroy your life. That's what it'll do eventually. A person that lives their life with a lack of self-confidence, if they don't find a way to build that confidence, if they don't, eventually that lack of self-confidence will actually destroy you, because that's what it was doing to me. And I'm speaking from experience. It was actually destroying me. And I've been racking my brain over the last 6 months of trying to figure out what it is that I want to be an expert at. What is it that I'm good at? What is it that I can help other people with? And I began to really reflect inwardly. What have I been able to achieve in my life? What do I work on consistently in my life? I love referring to myself as a soldier of self-mastery. I love thinking about this movement that I've titled Soldiers of Self-Mastery. And again, I'm getting ready to move into blogging. I'm getting ready to go into a website. I've been using YouTube as my website, but again, I've been growing and learning and disciplining myself, and it is time for me to branch out. So I wanted to share this morning. I really felt inspired to get in front of the camera and put these videos together, and I make no apologies. I know the videos are not perfect, and again, I really don't give a rat's rear end what people think of me anymore. I'm gonna be transparent. I'm gonna put myself out there. I'm gonna share my journey. I'm gonna encourage folks to follow me on YouTube, and I'm gonna hold myself accountable as those of you that are out there watching and following me, the few that are, will also hold me accountable. So I really appreciate the comments. I appreciate the subscriptions, the shares. And once again, if you're serious about wanting change in your life, and you feel like you're fighting a battle that you're losing, my coach and I are going to be available to help you. We can do a Skype session. We can do a phone session. In fact, if you're even here nearby where I live, we can even do this in person. Again, this is a service that we're providing. It's not going to be something that we're just going to do free. We will do a complimentary kind of interview, a brainstorming session with you to see if we're a good fit, obviously. And again, we have to take care of ourselves. Health-wise, there's a business that I promote. I always put the link, mineral water. I didn't know that I was mineral deficient. Today, I'm focused more on that. I also have identity theft and legal services that I share if that's needed. Very affordable, extremely affordable. Actually, everything that I do is affordable. The life coaching, the service, that's going to be a little bit more of a broader, long-term type program that we can help people with. So I tell you, I'm living the dream out here. I'm glad to be free from these false belief systems, from these bullies that used to control me. And I haven't arrived. I'm still working on myself. But I can tell you, as an expert in self-confidence that comes from within, my self-confidence doesn't come from without. And I have to say this also, that I give glory to my Creator, because it's also through prayer and through reading of scriptures and reminding myself of scripture. One in particular, actually, there's 3 or 4 verses of the Bible that I'm always repeating to myself every single day. One of them is 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. There's another one in the Old Testament, 1 Samuel chapter 30, verse 6, where it talks about King David. Now, I don't know exactly what King David was going through back there. I know that the atmosphere and the environment was very, very heated, was very hostile. There was some terrible things that happened to the people in the land, and even King David was at a point where the people wanted to take his life. And there's a verse in that chapter that says that King David encouraged himself in the Lord his God. And then there's another verse that I frequently repeat to myself, Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. Those verses, scripture reading, prayer, along with all these other rituals that I've been able to do in my life have gotten me to where I am today. And there's more to come. There's more to come. I started out with the mirror talk in my first video. This one I'm going to end here. I know this one's a little bit lengthy. But I'm encouraging you this wonderful Saturday, this wonderful weekend, my friend. Focus on where you want to go in life. Take a really good look. As I mentioned, mirror talks are like a workout. They build more confidence. They encourage. They should be done daily. It's a form of therapy. They help you explore and dig deep. That's what they do to me. Whenever I get in front of the mirror, I begin to dig deep. And that's what spurred these videos, this segment of videos. So with that said, comment, subscribe, like, share. If I can be of service to you in any way, you know what to do. There's going to be a link to my health business down there if you want to drink healthier living water. And I will have my email and my phone number if you want to connect with me and talk to me about future services or coaching or business. It doesn't matter. We can explore. My coach and I can really dig a little bit further and see what we can do to help you go forward in life. Remember to make every single day a super fantastic, terrific, over the top day. Be at peace with yourself, my friend, and with those around you. Peace.